morning. It's Tuesday today. I had work all day yesterday at my new job, so again I've started filming on a Tuesday, but I'm now heading off to campus, and all day today and for the rest of the week actually I'm going to be working on my biobehaviour summative. I've booked a room in Earlham Hall today, which is my favourite place to study, and I've also booked some more rooms on campus for the rest of the week because I do find that getting out of the house and actually booking something so it comes up on my calendar helps me to hold myself accountable for getting there and helps me to stay motivated when I'm actually there. So that's the plan for today. I'm already a little bit late, so I'm not going to sit and film loads this morning, so I'll speak to you again later. Tuesday evening and my camera battery is going to die very shortly, so I'm going to make this short and sweet. Basically, I'm now heading home. Not that I can really say that anymore because Norwich is not my home, but I'm heading to my parents' house because I've got a dentist appointment back there at 9:50 tomorrow morning. And I don't really want to travel early in the morning, so I thought I'd go back this evening. And I'm also hoping I can get some dinner there because I'm starving, but I also just want to get there. I don't really want to wait any longer, so I'm going to try and scavenge. I've been so productive today. I'm so pleased with myself. I've done quite a lot of my biobehaviour summative, which is what I wanted to focus on for all of this week. There's 2 sections to the summative, and I've done quite a lot of section 1. That was a win for today. I think it definitely helped that I got out of the house. I went to a new place, well, not a new place on campus, but somewhere I haven't been for ages, and it was super duper quiet, which is just what I need to study. Then I met up with my group for my group presentation on Friday morning for a different module. Literally can't wait until that one is done and out of the way because then I only have 2 more to go before I finish uni. And then yeah, just worked on the summative a little bit more and came home, and that's all I've done today. Anyway, my camera is literally about to die, so I'm going to say goodbye and I'll see you again when I'm at my parents' house. busy 48 hours. Since I last spoke to you, I've been home for a dentist appointment, seen my dogs, which I very much enjoyed. I then drove back here for a hospital appointment. I spontaneously decided to go out to the cinema last night with my sisters, so we went to go and watch the new Barbie movie and then had pizza, which was really nice. And this morning I've worked on my assessment in the morning. I then had lunch, went to campus, went to a lecture, met up with my team who I'm presenting with tomorrow for one of my modules, did like a run through of a few run throughs for the presentation. I've come home and now I've still got so much stuff to do. And like last week, it's all the boring adult life admin crap that I do not want to be doing. But even though I'm really busy, I just wanted to sit down for like 5-10 minutes and talk about a few things. Today was my last ever lecture of uni. I've been there for 4 years and that's literally it now. And I thought that basically I'm filming this video now in like my last proper week of uni, but I'm not going to be editing it for a few weeks. And I definitely thought that when I came to edit the video, I would feel really emotional, like looking back at my last like lecture and stuff and feeling emotional about that. But I already know that I'm not going to be feeling like that because I'm just finding the end of uni very anticlimactic, and I definitely felt the same last year with my undergrad as well. Last year I literally finished my exam in my bedroom at 5 a.m. No one else was awake, all my friends had already finished, and I just sat there and thought, I'm done. Like, that was it. It was so anticlimactic. It made me sort of like anxious because I felt like there should be something else. Like there was no sort of like finality to it. So I really hoped that this year would be different, but it feels exactly the same. In my lecture today, there were literally like 20 people, and I mean, fair enough, like it was a revision Q&A session, but considering that it's our last lecture of uni, I just thought a lot more people would be there. And I honestly was expecting like, you know when you see in the movies, like people finish high school in America or something and they get like a long speech from like the head of the university or head of like the business school or whatever, saying stuff like, we wish you well in your next chapter, you know, all of that sort of cheesy stuff. Like, I kind of expected that. I guess I was a bit naive because, you know, it's not real life, but yeah, I don't know. It didn't really feel like the last lecture at all. But I feel like now I'm not on the academic like pathway as such. It just feels weird, I guess, because there's no like set path anymore. Not that like the whole education system is one linear path, but there's kind of like logical next steps. But then when you get to work, that just kind of goes away. It doesn't really exist like that anymore. I've also found myself reflecting a lot on my university experience and almost like mourning some of my time at uni. Obviously I was affected by COVID. I only had like half of my, well, probably like 2/3 of my first year. All of second year was online, and then by the time I got to third year, I didn't feel as though I had loads of time to like do other things apart from uni work because I had my dissertation and everything else that comes with being a third year. There's a bit more like responsibility, I guess. And then this year in my masters, I obviously had like months off of uni as well because of my heart condition. So I feel as though I'm sort of mourning a bit of my time at uni because I don't feel like I've had chance to have the full experience, and that's definitely not helping with my emotions. I think I'm feeling almost guilty that I didn't do more, even though I obviously couldn't do more. But the one thing I wish I would stop feeling guilty about is this sort of overriding thought that I haven't made the most of my uni experience because I didn't go out clubbing more. I think the way society shows university and the way that other university students show it on social media has really like ingrained in me that that is how you make the most of your time at uni. And when I was at uni, especially during my undergrad, it really didn't bother me that I didn't do that. But I think now that it's coming to an end, I'm kind of feeling guilty that I didn't. And I just keep having to remind myself that I don't enjoy doing that regularly. Like, I don't mind it occasionally, but I'm not the sort of person that actually enjoys going out every weekend. So that's why I didn't do it. And also I did so many other things. I danced a lot. I competed with dance. Like, I did make the most of uni, but there's just a tiny part of me that thinks, oh, you didn't make the most because you didn't go out more. And that's so stupid. And I think the final thing that's making me feel unsettled and just generally a bit weird at the moment is that there's a big change in my life, which I am really excited for, but it's not the same sort of excitement as it was when I started uni. When I was like 18, 19, the thought of like living by myself and managing my money and paying bills, like in a weird way was quite exciting because it was the first time that I'd had to do it. But as you get older, stuff like that just becomes mundane and almost a burden. I think at the back of my mind, I've just got these thoughts that life is finished now that I'm not going to be at uni. Life's not going to be the same. When in reality, obviously things can be the same, things can be better. Like I'm not suddenly gonna stop having the ability to go out if I want to go out or make new friends. Like that doesn't stop when uni ends, and I think that's the narrative that I need to keep reminding myself of. So I don't know if anyone else is feeling the same as me, but if you are, then you're not alone. I literally see people talking about this all the time on social media as well. I don't know if that's like partly affected how I feel about it as well, maybe a little bit, sort of subconsciously. But anyway, I know that these emotions are coming from me as well. You'll all cope in your own unique ways over time, but I think one of the ways that I personally will overcome these feelings is to think of things in the future, not in terms of goals, but in terms of opportunities, if that sort of makes sense. I feel like whilst I've been in education, the next step has always been a goal to get me to where I am, and now I need to sort of take a step back, enjoy like being in the moment more, I guess, and yeah, just focus more on the opportunities rather than having constant goals. I feel like I just need to sort of slow down a little bit at the moment, now that I've sort of reached the end goal of what my whole educational journey was getting me to. I don't know if that makes sense to anyone else. It makes sense in my head. Going back to the vlog, this evening I'm going to cook myself a good meal because, as I said in the previous vlog, I have not been looking after myself properly in terms of food. I've been eating enough and regularly, but just not like proper meals that are really good for me. So that's something that I am trying to do more of this week. So I think I'm going to make like spaghetti bolognese or stir fry or something like that tonight, just something with lots of veggies in, because I feel like I could really do with it. So that's like my main task for this evening, and I probably will do a few more sort of admin bits. I've got a bookshelf to put up in the office, so I might do that tonight, because then this room will be sort of not done, like there's still things we want to do to it, but like everything will be off of the floor and that will be so nice.